Tonight on DC News Now, a chaotic start to the school year for thousands of students in Maryland.
Some of us don't have buses, some of us have stops, but they're really far from kids and they have to cross over like main intersections, so it's not safe for elementary school kids.
No-show buses, gridlock traffic, kids late to class in Prince George's County. How school leaders are responding.
Tech giant Meta agreeing to a $17 billion settlement over child social media addiction. We're hearing from families who say they lost their children because of online bullying and how that money will be used.
As we look ahead towards your Thursday, we are tracking that threat for multiple rounds of thunderstorms. Some of those could be on the stronger side. More details on those coming up.
Celebrating the extraordinary legacy of Dolly Parton. How the district is honoring the American icon.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. Take a look. This is a whole lot of frustration here for the start of a new school year for thousands of families in Maryland. Just another day of school bus chaos in Prince George's County when the tracking app again did not work.
Yeah, so it left students stranded, and you can see the gridlock traffic near several campuses. DC News Now's Dave Laval joining us live from a school in Greenbelt.
And Dave, what are parents telling you about what happened out there?
Well, good evening to you, Susan and Chris. Tell you what, it was real easy for us to roll right up here to the entrance of the two schools behind me. And many parents hope it's going to be just as easy Thursday when they drop off and pick up their children.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
An impromptu parking lot on the aptly named Good Luck Road for a second straight day in Greenbelt.
It is crazy out here.
It's been pretty bad.
Parents wait sometimes up to a couple of hours to pick up their children from the newly combined Dora Kennedy French Immersion School and Robert Goddard Montessori School.
In the morning, it was a long wait to get the kids to school.
Compounding the problem, another day of not enough school buses to carry students due to a lack of bus assignments.
I came an hour early thinking I would be at least towards the front of the line, but I'm further back.
The transportation issues impacted 10,000 students Tuesday. No word from Prince George's County schools on the number of students affected Wednesday. Many parents had to change their schedules in order to drop off and pick up their children.
I'm normally able to drive in and pick them up. However, it's hard to do that. You can't really drive in.
Despite the problems, some parents like Alexander Eason took it all in stride.
There's just some organization things that need to get squared away, and once that gets squared away, everything will be fine, like more bus routes and just a proper system.
The school district said it. The school district has not said when all these problems will be resolved. Meanwhile, parents are waiting to find out if they're going to have to go through all those long lines again on Thursday. We're live in Greenbelt, Maryland. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Let's hope not, Dave. What a nightmare there for all those parents. Meanwhile, so far so good for one DC elementary school. It is bigger and better than ever.
That's right, Mayor Muriel Bowser, you can see along with other district leaders at a ribbon cutting for the new addition at Barnard Elementary School. This is in Northwest. This is a $23 million project adding classrooms, hands-on lab, a green roof. The mayor saying the construction is as important as the student population grows in the district.
This addition here at Barnard is just an example of how resources strategically placed can turn vision into reality and can accommodate what we have been able to accomplish together.
Officials say that they have invested nearly $5 billion in school facilities in the district over the last decade.
All right, let's get a first check on the forecast on this Wednesday evening with Chief Meteorologist Jackie Layer. And Jackie, for all those kiddos tomorrow going to school, it might be okay on the way to school, but coming home, a little different.
Yeah, it might be a little dicey when we're talking about some showers and thunderstorm chances right around the end of the school day and just in time for the practices, those tryouts if those are happening, especially if they're outside. Definitely want to stay weather aware. Also, that humidity will be building back in too. That's already starting to build in right now. So that school day forecast, starting off mainly cloudy out there. But as we look ahead towards recess time, so right around lunchtime, right around midday, we'll see those temperatures already into those low to mid 80s. But notice by the end of the school day, those temperatures back into those upper 80s, right around 90 degrees. It's going to be quite toasty, quite humid, but then at least you do have those thunderstorms that could provide some relief. However, some of those storms will be on that strong to severe side, so even more of an importance that everyone has to stay weather aware for that. There's that cold front that's back out towards the Midwest. They'll continue to inch its way closer towards our area, bringing us that threat for those strong severe thunderstorms. So just to give you the latest update, still a slight risk, 2 out of 5 on that severe scale for D.C., Northern Virginia, up along parts of the I-81 corridor, out towards the Eastern Panhandle into north central Maryland and back over towards the Baltimore metro area along with the DC metro area under that slight risk. So again, we start off with some clouds in the morning, a partial clearing of those skies with the daytime heating of the day, and those thunderstorms will fire up into the middle of the afternoon. So I'll have more details with this futurecast and I'll look ahead at the rest of that 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Looking forward to that, Jackie. Thank you. Developing now out of Maryland, Prince George's County investigators say a suspect trying to escape police caused a crash that killed a woman this afternoon in Bowie. It all started with a traffic stop. They say he initially pulled over but then sped off. Officers were advised not to chase, and they say about a half-mile away, the suspect's car crossed into oncoming traffic, hitting 2 cars, killing the woman who was driving in one of them. Investigators also took the suspect to the hospital with minor injuries, and he is set to face a list of charges.
Also in Maryland, police searching for a suspect accused of stabbing a boy at a gas station near Seneca Valley High School in Germantown. It happened around 4 this afternoon at the 7-Eleven. Montgomery County Police say the teenager is seriously hurt but will be okay. If you have any information, you're asked to contact police. All new tonight in Northern Virginia, we're getting a look at body cam video of Fairfax County Police shooting a man last month and what started as a domestic incident. We do want to warn you, the images are disturbing to watch.
Investigators say that the suspect took off into this wooded area in Annandale and at one point grabbed the officer's gun, and the officer fired during the struggle. DC News Now's Marielle Carbone walks us through the newly released video.
Police Chief Kevin Davis says that this did follow policy and that the shooting was considered lawful. Now, police were called out to that home in Annandale for a domestic violence related incident. They were told the suspect was armed. We do want to warn you, some of the video you're about to see could be considered disturbing.
Check there and see if you see a footprint.
This is the view of 3 Fairfax County police officers searching a wooded area in Annandale. According to police, officers were called to the 700 block of Sutter Lane on July 28th for a domestic violence incident. They were told a man, now identified as 26-year-old Nehemiah Fuentes Benegas, was armed with 2 knives, threatened his wife, and stabbed himself before leaving his home.
We not only located the area where we think our suspect ran to, but we slowed down and formed a perimeter. We got our canine assets there. We took our time and methodically entered the area where we knew he was hiding.
While searching, Fuentes Benegas jumped out of the brush and grabbed an officer's gun. That officer fired, grazing the suspect's shoulder. A second officer, armed with non-lethal force, then deployed a taser twice.
I think the communication that took place between the 2 officers who were immediately involved in this incident was excellent.
Police Chief Kevin Davis says this was an intentional discharge of a firearm.
It's an absolute deadly force scenario because our police officer, if not for the fact that he took his non-gun hand, his left hand, and put it on his own gun in an effort to wrestle his gun back away from our suspect, that gun could have been in the possession of this suspect in a microsecond.
The suspect was treated for his injuries. Both officers were cleared and are back on duty. And police learned later after this incident that the suspect was not armed. He had tossed those knives prior to this happening, and those knives were located by police. Reporting in Fairfax, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
are continuing to honor American icon Dolly Parton. The beloved musician and global philanthropist died yesterday from a brief battle with cancer. She was 80 years old.
And tributes, they are coming in, continuing to pour in from fans. International leaders, celebrities, and famous sites are filled with them. The world honoring the generational talent. In the top left, you can see the video showing people leaving flowers at her star along the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and to the right of that, the heartfelt messages shared at her home in Brentwood, Tennessee. There's even a Dolly Parton corn maze here in Illinois. And on the bottom right, that's the Buckingham Palace Guards playing her first #1 hit, 9 to 5. Here in the U.S., the president ordering flags to half staff until next Monday.
That is pretty impressive in London there. Meanwhile, there are several events honoring Dolly's legacy across the district. Metro Bar in Northeast will host an evening for the Queen of Country. That's happening tomorrow. It includes a screening of the movie 9 to 5 along with a special pink cocktail. On Sunday, As You Are in D.C. in Southeast is hosting a karaoke night. Also Sunday, Pitchers in Northwest will be holding a tribute party. They will be playing all of Dolly's biggest hits. Now, for more reaction from here in the DMV and across the globe and how you can pay tribute to Dolly in the district, you can visit our website at dcnewsnow.com. Under the news banner, scroll over and click on Entertainment. Meanwhile, Facebook and Instagram's parent company, Meta, has agreed to pay more than $17 billion to settle claims it intentionally designed its platforms to be addictive to children.
Virginia, Maryland, and the district will all receive some of that money over the next decade.
Yeah, DC News Now's Ben Dennis spoke with 2 local parents whose children died in separate forms of social media harm. Ben, they're calling the agreement progress, but not enough.
And will any of these families see any of this money?
Short answer, guys, is not automatically. Let's break it down here. The money goes to states which can use it for youth mental health services, digital wellness programs, and enforcement. Now, private lawsuits, they are still allowed, but these 2 parents say preventing the next tragedy is going to require stronger laws and changes across the tech industry.
No amount of money is going to bring any of the children that passed from this platform back.
Todd Miner's 12-year-old son, Matthew, died after losing consciousness while attempting a so-called blackout challenge, he says, seen on TikTok and YouTube.
It was things like, I hate you, literally 7 times. I hope you see this. Cry yourself to sleep and then wake up and kill yourself.
Christine McComas says that abuse targeting her daughter Grace was posted on Twitter, even though Grace did not have an account. Grace died by suicide on Easter Sunday, 2012.
But this child was a joy from birth. I mean, she's just a joyful light.
McComas helped lead the effort to pass Maryland's Grace's Law, making certain forms of online harassment of a minor a crime. Lawmakers strengthened it in 2019. The platforms connected to Matthew's and Grace's cases are not the subject of this Meta settlement. Still, both parents welcome Meta's agreement to limit teenagers' time, overnight access, and exposure to harmful content.
This will do a much better job of getting our children off of these platforms back to doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Parents are also pushing Congress to pass the Kids Online Safety Act, or KOSA. It would require platforms limit features like autoplay and endless scrolling for minors and let them opt out of personalized recommendations. It cleared a Senate committee this month.
If that's what you're looking for, industry standard, then come on over and support the Kids Online Safety Act.
Meta denies wrongdoing, and the settlement still needs court approval. Now, back here at home, Virginia would reportedly receive at least $353 million. Maryland, $229 million. The district, $90 million. Those payments could increase if YouTube and TikTok adopt similar safety features and make comparable payments. Chris, Susan?
Certainly a step in the right direction for safeguards for so many kids.
Yeah, and this is going to settle a lot for almost all the states in the country except for 2 at this point.
Right. It is widespread. It is no doubt a landmark settlement, but there is a litany of other cases that are being disputed in the courts. Potentially more money to be dispersed as well. We'll have to wait and see. But if you know somebody or if you yourself are experiencing mental health crisis, call or text the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
All right, very important details there, Ben. Thank you. Coming up on DC News Now, a progress report on rebuilding Baltimore's Key Bridge. We get a behind-the-scenes look.
And Democrats in Maryland dealt another loss in their efforts to redraw the congressional maps. The judge blocking plans to put redistricting on the ballot for November.
Then ahead at 9:30, a tit for tat in the trade wars. The U.S. and Canada both slapping a 50% tax on imports. It could drive up the cost of construction, food, and alcohol.